back and watch. Awesome. So welcome. We're going to be recording this. It's going to go up on our website if you missed something and want to check it out or watch it later just because you enjoyed it so much. So happy Friday. Before we get started, I am going to run a quick poll. I would just love to know how excited you are all for today. So let me ask you all this. How excited are you for Child Abuse Prevention Month? We can meh. It's Friday. I'll be more excited on Monday, right? April Fool's Day. Super excited. I love it. It's Friday. I'll be more excited on Monday. I totally feel that. It's also a little bit chillier than I want it to be for the first day of April. Excited. Awesome. Great. So we've got mostly excited, mostly super excited. One, it's Friday, which it's totally fine. I feel that. So first things first, and I think really most importantly, how can you get involved or what's happening and what's going on in April? So if you would like, there's a fancy QR code there that you can scan it to follow us on social media. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Share a post, share our status updates, use your own. And when you do use those hashtags, CAPM month, CLE, or Child Abuse Prevention Month. You can also follow us or register and sign up for an agency newsletter that goes out or our newsletter goes out once a month, and then we'll have an occasional update or two throughout the month with special events, special happenings, or give you all updates about some of our agency programs and services. And then we also have our toolkit. I will be sending a follow-up email that will include that toolkit. Use it, share it, read it, inform yourself about what is going on and what isn't going on. So I also would love to know, have you checked out our awareness page yet? So we also have our awareness page. And what that is that's telling you a little bit about what's going on, what's happening, and ways you can get involved. So it's going to be kind of a little bit about what we talk about here, but it's also going to be linked to learn more. Yes, okay, a couple not yet. That's okay. I will send you that link as well so you can look at that later as well. But it's really good to know not only for Child Abuse Prevention Month, but it is also there for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Stalking Awareness Month. So anything that we have going on is always going to be up on our awareness page. So make sure you check it out now or check it out a couple months from now. One thing you can do too is if you all want to have this snazzy Zoom background, you can download it on our website. It's really fun, right? It looks super fancy and we all look really good in blue, but you can also download our calendar events. That's going to tell you exactly what's happening. So you can look at it, you can put it on your desktop background. We also have some shareable images up on our website that you can use to talk specifically about what is child abuse, how can you help, and what to do if a child discloses child abuse to you, right? It's a really easy, fun way to celebrate and promote safe, healthy relationships. You can also, in addition to this fancy Zoom background, we have Twitter banners, we have a Facebook banner, and we have a LinkedIn banner that you can use and add to your profile to do one really simple, easy thing to create awareness about Child Abuse Prevention Month and the services that we have here at Journey. Oh, and I think I just skipped myself. I did. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking at the wrong screen. So you can do those things. And this is what they look like, right? So this is our banner that you can use. It comes in different sizes and different formats. And this is also our calendar events. So you'll see, we'll talk about it. Journey Center Week of Action. There's conversations you can do. There's conversations you can have with coworkers, with friends, with family, with children in your life that will give you prompts, because we know sometimes these conversations can be really difficult. And so being able to have that tool or that calendar to kind of use as a template, if you will, use it, share it, put it up on your desktop. A couple other really easy things that you can do is wear blue. You can wear blue ribbons, you can wear a blue shirt, blue socks, blue whatever. And then folks say like, hey, Brendan, I know that you've been wearing a lot of blue lately. What's going on? And you can say, well, actually, did you know it's Child Abuse Prevention Month? And I'm wearing blue to have conversations like these, to let people know that I'm creating awareness and that I'm doing a little small part to prevent child abuse in the future. April 13th, during our week of action, is what's known as Ohio Wears Blue Day. And so that can be, like I said, socks, t-shirt, ribbons in your hair. And so I would love to know, if you weren't already, are you planning on wearing blue? And then if you want, posting a cute selfie, you can tag Journey Center, we'll share it and let everyone know your fabulous outfit. All right, outfit TBD, I totally appreciate that. It looks like a lot of folks, yes, but outfit to be determined. And you can wear a lot of blue, right? And you don't have to wear it. But really, really, again, if there's enough of us, and if you are in an office setting, or if you are going to church or other activity on that day, talking with your community about wearing blue, so that the more of you there are, the more of us there are, the more conversations that we can have to create awareness and to promote safe, healthy relationships and safe, healthy childhoods. So I love that 100% answer of yes, outfit TBD. Can't wait to see what you all decide on and share. One really easy thing that you all can do also is every Thursday in the month of April, we're having a Lunch and Learn series. So we did this similarly in October for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So it's going to be a similar format for those of you that were there, but it is going to be highlighting different services. We really wanted to focus on the services where we interact and work with children the most and really highlight what's going on and what we have. So there's on Thursday, April 7th, excuse me, you are going to be able to see my bright, shiny face again, talking about a little bit more in depth about Journey Center services, what we offer, what we have, how folks can get connected. On Thursday, the 14th, we're going to be hearing from Vicki Grant, who is our advocacy manager, and she's going to be talking about the Child Advocacy Center and the advocacy that those advocates can do and the work that they do with children. On the 21st, you're going to be hearing from Rena, who is our Safe and Sound Visitation Manager. And she's going to talk about those services and the excellent work that our monitors do and where they're serving and how folks can get connected. And then the last Thursday in the month, we're going to be hearing from Wendy, who is our Trauma Services Manager. And she's going to be talking about trauma therapy, what that looks like, intake process, et cetera, and what our therapists do every day. And so now that you all know what we're going to be, a lot of polls today, I'm being super nosy, but it's totally, that's my job, right? Are you all planning on coming to a Lunch and Learn? I would love to see your faces. We would love to know that you're there. And if you weren't aware, you can register on our website. So are you planning on coming to all of them? At least one, try to make it. Totally understandable, stuff happens. And so if you can't make it, how we're recording this, we're also going to be recording our Lunch and Learns. So they will go out. If you can't make it, I would encourage you all to still register, because then on the off chance, right, your meeting gets canceled, you want a snack and you want to learn more about Journey Center, you can attend. If you're unable to attend, I will still send a follow-up email and we'll link to that recording so that you can watch it later on, so you can get a little bit more information about what we do. And like I said, they'll also go up on our website. Typically it takes me a day or two to get them up and get them transcriptions on them, but those will be up on our website until next year or until something really changes. If you need those and you're wanting to refer a client to learn a little bit more about our services, or you just want to know more about our services. We are really, really excited. We did this in October for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We had a week of action and it went really well. So we're excited to have another week of action. And so every day of the week, we're going to be having something or some way that folks can get involved. On Monday, the 11th, we're going to be having messages of support. So we're going to be asking you all, our community, clients, coworkers, staff, to be offering messages of support to young folks who are experiencing abuse, or to adults who have experienced abuse and are still working through that trauma. And so what are those messages that you would like to give to them to let them know that they're not alone? On Tuesday, we're going to be having our Let's Talk Tuesday, which is going to be every Tuesday on Instagram. We're going to be talking about one specific aspect of child abuse, things you all can know, things you can learn, and what you can do. Wednesday, we already talked about Ohio Wears Blue Day. Thursdays are going to be our Lunch and Learn surveys. And then on Friday, we have not one, but 2 events for folks to get involved in. Friday is going to be Philanthropy Friday. So really encouraging folks to donate. We're encouraging folks to purchase things off of our wish list. Third-party events. You can do a Facebook fundraiser. You can donate $20, whatever it is. We know that we cannot do this work and we cannot provide the advocacy that we do without the support of our community. And so just a special day if you feel like getting involved. And then we're also going to be having a training on Friday that's going to be talking about child abuse and knowing the signs. I'll talk about this. We have 2 trainings coming up in the month of April. We have one on April 15th and we have one on April 29th, where our outreach and prevention coordinator manager is going to be doing those courses. Her name's Carrie. She's awesome. She's been doing this work for a really, really long time, and she knows this work really well. So those are going to be 2 one-hour trainings that we would encourage you to come to. They are free. Registration is required though. And then Saturday, April 16th, we're having folks speak up Saturday. So really encouraging you to have a conversation with at least one person that you know. It can be a coworker, it can be a family member, a friend, it can be a young person in your life, and talking about, kind of breaking that stigma. What is child abuse? What would you do if you witnessed child abuse? How would you help a young person who was in, an abusive home? And what would you do to help intervene? What can you do? Because we know that child abuse and domestic violence are often conversations that we don't want to have, right? These are still conversations and topics that are a little taboo. And so by having and holding a very specific day, Speak Up Saturday, to have these conversations, we're hoping to slowly kind of chip away at that. And there are some prompts in our toolkit and on our website if you're not sure what to say, if you're not sure what questions to ask. I would also say that an imperfect conversation is better than no conversation at all. Having a conversation and being able to say, you know what, I don't know the answer to that, but hey, let's call this helpline, or hey, let's talk to an advocate. If you don't know what you're doing, or someone discloses you don't know how to, say, don't make it up, say, I don't know. But the more we talk about these things, the more we talk about healthy childhoods, healthy relationships, the easier they're going to be, right? And so again, another poll for you all. What are you looking forward to the most? Or what's one day of action that you can commit to? Can you commit to sending a message of support to someone? Can you, on Wednesday, recognize how good you look in blue? Wednesday, I look good in blue. I love it. Thursday, I love learning. Friday, training and support. Saturday, conversations. Or if you can't choose, you're excited about all of the days. I would love to see everyone participate in all the days, but I am also a realist. So if you can choose one day to actively commit to, I love it. It looks like we've got like a little bit. We've got some Wednesday, we've got some Thursday, we've got some Friday, and we've got some I can't choose. I love that. And I'm not going to hold you to this. I'm not going to go look and see, who did these things or who didn't. Donate. Again, I said this Philanthropy Friday, it does not have to be, $1,000. If you can donate $10, if you can donate $20, if you can organize a collection at work or at church or at your rec league, volleyball, that goes a long way. It can help folks who are in our shelter, adults and children. And it can also help folks who maybe don't come to our shelter, who just need a little extra support to get out of that relationship or to be safe in their homes. So it really, really goes a long way. And then this is super short, but I would love to know if anyone has questions. And I want to talk about 2 things to help start a conversation. Our training, right? I mentioned that earlier. So Friday, April 15th, child abuse, know the signs, is going to be a 1-hour training from noon to 1. Friday on April 29th, we're going to have kind of a follow-up. You don't have to come to both, but they absolutely complement one another. April 29th, it's going to be child abuse, know how to help, right? So we're going to learn the signs, and then we're going to learn what to do, how to help a young person. And then again, I'm going to keep saying this, and if you come to Lunch and Learns, and if you come to the trainings, you're going to hear this a bunch of times. have a conversation. Start a conversation with someone. And so let me ask you all. So I'm asking you to have a conversation, but I would love to hear from you. What does healthy childhood mean? Go ahead and if you want to put it in the chat to everyone, or if you could put it in the chat just to me, I want you to think about what is a healthy childhood? What does that look like? While you're thinking about your answer and typing it in the chat, thinking about having a conversation or asking someone, what would you do or how would you respond if someone you know is being abusive? How can you support a child experiencing abuse? How are you a healthy grown-up, right? How are you someone who's modeling healthy relationships, healthy childhoods? What are healthy, positive qualities in a child's parent or a child's grown-up, right? How can we model healthy relationships and how can we interrupt abuse? All right, Carol says minimal ACEs. Yeah, so if you want to learn more about protective factors, those are in our toolkit and what that looks like. And ACEs, we have that link to in our toolkit. And if for those of you that don't know, ACEs stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences. And what it is, it's a study that really looks at what are those significant factors that impact a child, and then that carries on that trauma and that carries on that impact into adulthood. So yeah, Carol, a healthy childhood means minimal ACEs. Totally agree. Anyone else? I think ensuring children have present caregivers and support to uplift them and help them grow with minimized stressors. Absolutely. And I love that you said present caregivers, right? So being that we talk in advocacy a lot about active listening, head nodding, right? So expanding that even further and not just having someone that's in the house, making sure someone eats and has a roof over the head, but listens, right? Processes trauma, processes emotion, helps with homework, talks about their crush or what's going on with their teachers, really being present to let children know that they're heard and that their opinions and their thoughts and their feeling manners. I really like that. Thanks, Brendan. Anyone else? Last call before I launch into our last poll. I love hearing from you all. I love knowing what you all think, because not only is it selfish for me, like maybe not selfish, nosy, it helps inform us on what you all want to know and how we can support people in the community and those that are working with children. And so I would love to know, starting a conversation, do you have planning on having a conversation? Yes, even though it might be difficult or awkward, or maybe, right? You'll notice there's no option. There's no option, right? A couple yeses, a couple yes, even though it might be difficult or awkward. And we wanted to put that as an option because I think it's important to acknowledge in child abuse, with dating violence, with domestic violence, these conversations are sometimes awkward, right? I joke a lot that I wear a lot of black because if I'm having a difficult conversation, I get kind of sweaty. That's okay. And even when we are having conversations and they're awkward, or the kids in our life or our friends notice that it's awkward, what they're seeing is that this conversation is important enough to have it, even if it's uncomfortable, right? That it's important enough to have this conversation, even if I fumble over my words a little bit, or I'm not quite sure what to say. It's important and it matters, and I'm doing it anyway. And so that's one really solid way to show the youth in our lives that we can do things even when they're hard, and we can do things even when they're awkward, as long as it's safe, right? I ask the question all the time, do you feel safe having this conversation? It's awkward, it's uncomfortable, but it's still safe. And that's really, really what's important. And so this is super quick. I just wanted to get folks pumped and tell them a little bit more. This is a little sneak peek 101, if you will, about what's happening and what's going on in the month of April. So quick recap today. Thank you for being here for the super important thing. We've got Let's Talk Tuesdays every Tuesday on Instagram. Join us. We will be talking about one aspect of child abuse, one aspect of how to help. We've got our week of action, Monday messages, Ohio Wears Blue Day, trainings. We've got 2 trainings on April 15th and April 29th. And then we've got our lunch and learns every single Thursday. questions, comments, concerns that you all have about getting involved this month. I'm so glad to see folks on here and folks engaging. It helps me feel like I'm not talking to myself. If there are not questions, that's it. That's all this was super easy, I hope you all are feeling a little bit more excited, a little bit more aware about what's going on, or a little bit, I don't know, your Friday's a little easier, right? And now we can go through with this excitement into the weekend, right? Shout out whoever wrote, man, it's Friday, I'll be more excited on Monday. So thank you all for being here. I will stay on to answer any questions. If folks want to message me privately, I'm happy to answer them privately. Sometimes, again, these conversations can be awkward. I will be sending, awesome. And we will I'll send the link in the, for the Lunch and Learns, so folks can watch. And if you're not able, Brennan, to get folks to participate, like I said, they'll be up on our website and they will be up on our YouTube. So you can give folks a little bit of a homework assignment to watch later on. And yes, Wear Blue Day, take a photo and you can send it either to my email or you can tag Journey Center on your Instagrams, on your Facebook, whatever it is. And we'll be sure to share that. I love that. You know, will there be resources? So in our toolkit, there are some resources. I think there's a couple documentaries. There's a couple, I'm not sure if there's podcasts, but there are things, Abigail, to have conversations, to facilitate conversations. Those trainings. So I'm not quite sure if our trainings will go up on our website or not. There are some additional trainings about child abuse on our YouTube. So if you check those out, but yeah, so we're doing some advertising, we're doing some outreach. I know that April is a super busy month for my coworkers that do outreach, and myself included, that do some training. So we'll be out in the community. And then there are resources. You can also look at our website on our resource page, excuse me. There are books, there are movies, there are national websites and other resources you can go and check out. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Abigail? Awesome. Yeah. Thank you all so much for being here. Like I said, for my email this afternoon. Yes. And it's Carrie says too, and that's really important to point out, we can come and do training. So you can reach out on our website. You can reach out to me. I'll connect you to the right person. We can come to your organization, talk about child abuse. We can do more in-depth trainings around child abuse. We get tailored trainings around child abuse for you all or for your organization, kind of depending on the work you do. We are here as a resource for what you need. Awesome. Thank you all so much. You all have my contact information at give me this afternoon. Before the end of the day, I'll send you an email with my information. And you can always contact me if you have any other questions. So thank you all so much. I hope to see some more of your faces in the trainings and in the Lunch and Learns throughout the month. So thanks for being here.